Get this 11 to 1 weekdays on the Triple M network. Counting Crows here to Get This on Triple M.
Tone, very quickly,
Yes.
that song is scientifically proven to get more cash in the busking stakes
Oh, is it really?
than that. Is it the Things of Stone and Wood song? And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's?
That's Deep Blue something.
That's not
Oh,
Things
Deep
of
Blue
Stone
something.
Wood.
Well, because we did a test. My homeboy Charlie Garber had a bucket, and he just played the top of the bucket and did Mr. Jones in Pitt Street Mall.
Wow.
Cleaned up.
Great.
Then we switched it to I said, what about nothing?
Zilch. A man is seeking 20 grand from the city of Bentonville because his two teenage sons found a book on lesbian sex in the local library. Earl Adams says his sons were greatly disturbed
There were no pictures.
about finding the work, which is called The Whole Lesbian Sex Book.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Adams said the book caused many sleepless nights at our house. But, you know, I say anything that gets the kids reading. And if girl-on-girl action is what it takes, then read on, youngsters! You know, I'm all for child literacy, and if that means Harry Potter and the island of Lesbos, then so be it! I do not like green eggs and ham. I prefer other ladies. Tokyo, Japan's biggest manufacturer of toilets. Wow. Imagine that.
It's a big claim.
The Shitsubishi Corporation has offered to repair 180,000 bidets after several caught fire due to faulty wiring. The Z-Series bidet, which features a pulsating massage spray, a power dryer, deodorizing filter, the Tornado Wash Flush, and a lid that opens and closes automatically. But the luxury fitting's habit of bursting into flames without warning was not advertised on the box.
Wow.
That's quite a regime.
That's amazing.
Every time you go, ask it's a real working over, doesn't it? You've got the pulsating massage spray, that feels good. Then the power dryer, of course, that kicks in. Don't forget your deodorizing filter. Oh, there you go. And of course, the Tornado Wash. It's quite a clacker regime. Got to watch out for that automatic lid, though. Oh, me plums! And of course, it bursts into flames for that toasty finish. That's actually quite painful.
No burning buns in here.
Sorry.
Delicious.
I'm just going to the toilet. Just making sure the nads get browned on both sides.
That's lovely. Students could not get into a California high school on Friday after vandals plugged locks in all exterior gates and doors with super strength glue.
That old one?
100 doors.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, they couldn't get in.
No.
So the school was cancelled for the day. And here we go. The Carlsbad police say, Lieutenant Kelly Gaines says, someone's going to tell one of their friends sooner or later, and we're going to hear about it. So the cops are going to go dressed, undercover into the school. Now, if you are one of the
Oh,
kids
no.
in this school, here is some surefire way that your new friend is actually a policeman. If anyone walks up to you with their hat backwards, with a pair of rollerblades on, and says, yo, how's it MySpacing? They're probably a policeman. If somebody with a long fringe comes to you and says, I'm so into emo, I could just burst with happiness, they're probably a policeman.
Sure.
And if you're in a nightclub, and this happened to me, if you're in a nightclub and two men wearing the beigest slacks and Bosa shoes and most Hawaiian shirts the world's ever known
You're not
come up to you and go, hey, bro, got any go? Do you know where I could buy some go around here? You're probably a policeman.
I need some goey to take the edge off my beige slacks. Does that really happen to you?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Did you tell them you did?
No, I said, no, I'm not sure, but I think that guy might. All right, fellas. Pretty rockin' tunes.
Pomona, California, a man accused of using a chain and utility to pull a 680-kilogram ATM from a shopping market. See, that's an
Yeah.
ultra. We've done
Beauty.
that. That's been going on down here for years.
Station promotion for months.
We've exported that to the US.
Exactly right.
He failed to escape from a policeman when his prosthetic leg fell off during the getaway.
Yeah.
Imagine if the cop had a false leg as well, and that came off. It'd just be like a hopping chase. Wouldn't that be a good look? That'd be a great scene for a Steven Seagal movie. There he goes. It's action packed.
He's jumped that shrub. I can make it. I swear I can make it.
Oh, join the music. Does this count as a song,
Soaring guitar.
Mr. Mars?
Massive.
We haven't mentioned the Big Brother house.
Because I haven't been watching it.
I'm glad to see Travis is still in there.
Who's Travis?
Warnie.
Oh, Warning.
He's, in case you can't remember him.
So are you single or you're married or you're single? It's been a bloody big day. I am just happy to lay back in the old banana here and just chill.
Now, it's been a bloody big day. I know, what a huge day for you, sir. You had to walk onto a stage and then sit in a banana. You must be tuckered out.
Now, he stopped adding the letter O to the end of words at random, which has been disappointing.
Well, that's the end of him.
But he is now determined to break the world record for using the word mate
Oh, is he?
in sentences.
He's just such a good guy.
Normally, people in radio hold that record.
Yes.
I think you'll find. Check him out.
Mate, seriously, I don't know how to bloody repay you.
You don't have to, mate.
The Palmers will be on me for a while now, I'll tell you. No, I felt embarrassed, mate. You're kidding. Mate,
There we
Kate,
go.
look at this stuff, mate.
Grab a beer, grab whatever, mate.
Oh, mate. I feel bloody embarrassed,
Don't
mate.
feel embarrassed.
Now, that's just one continuous bit.
I feel bloody sick, mate.
But what about the inner life?
Yeah.
What about looking within?
Yes.
Travis has decided to nut himself out.
I said earlier on to people, you're like a born athlete, mate. You're a real switched-on, educated sort of bloke. I'm a bit more of a not a daydreamer, but I'm a bit more airheady probably.
No, I see that.
I mean, all I mean is like you've got the more intelligence, but I see a bit of me and you because I think that we're both pretty like caring. I reckon, and really.
We'd never do anything to offend anyone.
Nah, we're not here, buddy. What do you call it?
With an agenda or anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out and
I'm coming out.
put some clothes on and do all that.
Can you bring that beer out? No.
Can't bring anything.
I'll finish it anyway.
You're a bit more intelligence.
Yep.
Maybe a couple more Palmers is the answer.
Do you mind if I just finish going to the toilet before we finish this conversation, mate? Is that... No. I see a bit of me in you. Well, there's a come on.
Bit
There's a
airheady.
big come on.
But, I'm not having a go. I'm a huge fan of Travis.
I know you are.
He's a top bloke and he's someone who can sort out a problem. And I reckon what we need to do is make Travis, when he gets out of the house, Australia's representative at the UN.
Good idea.
Imagine this scenario. On one side of the table, George W. Bush.
Yes.
On the other side of the table, I'm a dinner jacket. Bloke that runs
Iran.
In the middle, Travis,
Oh, yeah.
being the mediator.
On a banana.
Just saying this.
So, if he's like willing, if he rocks up to you and says, "Look, mate, I'm sorry about what's been said. I know we've got our issues and rah, but do you want to just for our time we're in here, let's just leave it alone and whatever." Do you reckon you'd be happy with that?
So I'm going to approach it anyway.
Just today's another day.
Yeah.
Sorted.
Done and dusted.
Over a Palmo.
Bang! World peace on the table. Courtesy Travis. We were talking earlier about how if you're not blonde, you have to get out of the Big Brother house.
Absolutely.
It's as simple as that.
Absolutely.
Well, you know who qualifies?
Who's that?
Our old friend Phil Spector. Put him in the house.
Is he blonde this week?
He's gone with a blonde wig this week. And, it's just a succession of women going, yeah, stuck a gun in my mouth. Oh, yeah, he pointed a gun at me. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have sex with him, so he took a few shots at me. And, it's not shaping up very well for Phil Spector.
It's not looking good.
What is the defence going to be?
Well, it's quite fascinating because they are showing a lot of his court trial on, I think, Sky News possibly overnight, or maybe even BBC.
Or the Cartoon Network.
And I woke up at 2:30 in the morning and they were just giving a character illustration of what kind of guy Phil Spector is. And I fell asleep around the Ronettes and woke up around the Ramones. And in all cases, waving guns around and getting drunk on cognac.
And I love how he's gone, okay, the jury isn't going to like me.
Yeah.
The evidence isn't looking good.
No.
How can I work on my appearance so they like me?
I know.
Maybe if I dressed up as, say, what you would look like if you were David Spade and you were cast as an elderly morphine-addicted pedophile and wear the creepiest possible three-piece suit I can find. That'll get people liking me, won't it?
Because I thought what he'd done was he's like, all right, I'm in some trouble here, some big trouble. I wave the gun around. I take pot shots. That's just who I am. The jury won't understand me. If I wear a Carol Brady wig, maybe they'll think I'm a lovable housewife. Hi, Matt.
How you going, Ed?
Oh, excellent, man. What happened?
My parents' idea of family fun when I was 14.
Yes.
they upped and moved me from Melbourne to a town with a population less than 1,000.
Yeah.
And I had to start at a new school, and I had to wear my old school uniform
Oh.
while Mum dropped me off out the front in her 77 poo brown Volvo.
And how did the school uniform go down?
Oh, the itchy green jumper and a shirt and tie was fantastic.
Yeah.
But they didn't even have a school uniform.
No. So
Yeah, it wasn't real nice.
you would have been popular, I'm guessing.
Oh, no one spoke to me for 6 months.
6 months.
But there must have been
Pretty
stuff
much.
going. Less than 1,000 people. I mean, there must have been some Twin Peaks style crime to investigate.
going
Something going on there.
No, it wasn't real exciting.
Quiet. There you go, Matt. She's not
Yeah.
bearing any scars. That's what I like about you.
Family fun.
Thank you.
I moved straight back when I was 18, let me tell
Fair
you.
enough, bro.
Okay. And the bodies were never found.
Thank you very much.
Who else is having fun out there, Ed?
Sebastian, how are you?
Gentlemen, how are you?
Yeah, we're great. What happened?
That's good. This would have been back in '94 when I was about 14 or so. We were forced as a family to go to the cinemas to watch the Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas.
Oh, and how did that go?
Horrible fate.
Did it end in tears?
I reckon so.
I don't know. I was furious. I remember storming from the cinema going, that is the last Steven Spielrock film I ever see. You've let us down, Spielrock. It's rubbish.
For the last time.
Joining us for a bit of...
Pure humbug.
We've got Tony Wilson. Here he
Hello,
is.
sir.
Thank you. Thanks for having me in.
What is
Tony,
the-
Ed.
Are you guys in
see
a
ya.
football team? Is that what's going to happen?
No, I was just telling Tony off air that he sent me an email saying, through your good self, Tone, saying that there was a football team that was looking for players, a soccer team,
Yeah.
and I had expressed an interest to Tony of playing. And so I went down to have a look at the league, Tony, down at Faulkner Park.
Good standard.
They're trying, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of skills out there. But you know what it's dying for? You and me up front. I'm talking 1-2s, dazzling footwork.
Big, tall, clumsy guys, elbows out.
This is
Crossover between contact sports and soccer.
just bullocking our way in. This is what they need. They're short. The defenders are short, Tony.
So this is going to endear you to your future teammates. You've slagged them off on national radio.
They need us.
Then
They
you're going to
know
go in
they,
and
yeah.
show it how it's done.
Yeah. Like the club, you know?
Are you any good, Tony? I
No,
mean, you're
actually-
large, obviously.
I've never played a game of soccer football. I'm an Australian rules footballer.
You've written a book about it, though.
In 1992, I was on the senior list at the Hawthorn Football Club, and
Wow.
I ran through now player agent Ricky Nixon, my teammate on the forward line, and basically broke his ribs.
Yeah. Right.
And Alan Joyce, who was then the coach of Hawthorn, came up to me the next week before the game, and he's saying, you know, have a good game today to that guy, and, you know, keep putting in. And he got to me and he said, how about we don't injure any of our guys today?
And was that the high point of your football career? What was the greatest moment? The one they'll be reenacting in those ads with Stephen Curry.
Well, sadly, I only ever attracted I got 5 autographs in my life. 4 of them came when I was standing next to Dermot Burton's Ferrari, and some kids came to get his autograph, and he made them get mine as well. So
Yeah.
there's 4 sorted.
From
And
a bone.
then the 5th one was the players' sketch night. I sang a song called The Day the Wobbles Died, an 11-minute odyssey to Collingwood winning a premiership in 1990 and the tragedy of that in my life.
Wow.
And a woman came up afterwards and saw I had the lyrics sheet on me. Said, "Can I have that lyrics sheet and would you sign them for me?"
It's not bad.
So there you
Wow.
go. 5 autographs as a Hawthorn
But
footballer.
imagine how many we could get playing local park soccer up front, no skills between us, just heading them in from corners, left, right, and centre. We'll be heroes.
Do you think when you say imagine how many we can get, are you thinking goals or autographs? So
Both. Just
people
both.
walking through the park and saying, you know,
Yeah.
that tall guy playing social soccer, let's get his scribble.
Yeah, I reckon. There's money in it.
What was in the papers over the weekend? There was a lot of talk about circumcision.
Back in vogue,
Yeah.
apparently. And we were
Really?
thinking about this. We actually had a girl, so it became a non-issue. But leading in, you're thinking, oh, well, I guess it's all changed. There is very little circumcision anymore.
Right.
Except on the weekend, they're saying, well, it might be coming back in vogue. The World Health Organisation and the College of Surgeons here in Australia apparently thinking about HIV transmission rates and some studies that are going on, circumcised v. uncircumcised. And maybe there's an argument again for what has, I think, in recent times been thought of as unnecessary surgery. But they had a little inset, like they did the general issue story,
Yes.
and then they went the personal story of
Right,
a
angle.
circumcision that's happened. And one paragraph read, Kai has been circumcised, but with no needles, no scalpels, just some anaesthetic cream and a small plastic ring device with a string that pulls tight on the foreskin, causing it to lose circulation and later drop off. And according to Dr. Russell of Brisbane, who was in charge of this procedure, it is totally painless.
According to Dr. Johnny Knoxville, who was in charge of this procedure.
What I love about it is that normally in a story like that, you'd have to try and present both sides of the argument. And of Kai, of course, being around about 13 days old at the moment, had no comment on
What I love
procedure.
is, I'm glad you said that it's for health reasons, because when you say in vogue, I thought it was just like a fashion thing. Like, bell bottoms are back.
In fashion, I think the first 3 shows of Fashion Week, that's all it was. It was just live circumcisions
Hats off.
with Morrissey giving commentary.
Away we go.
All right, I think that's enough genital diseases news.
Triple M, your Helmet v Slugger connection.
Now, you mentioned the internet. What's going on Google? Because we were talking about this last week. Richard was expressing fears.
I love it when you get paranoid about the internet, Rich.
That they're keeping a database, so everything you type into Google
That's fair.
goes onto your account. So they can Google can just bring up, Mars, and what have we got? Upskirting, teabagging, McConaughey, failure to launch Premiere, just all the things he's typed in.
Well, the thing to remember is that internet screen, it's on its way to being Big Brother in 1984. It will be looking back at you and controlling your life soon. It's about 38% of the way at the moment. And Google say that with online games, they're going to assess how people play games, the internet-based ones where you have big adventure choice type scenario building. And basically, they're going to sell the decisions that you make onto advertisers who you might be. They're going to match players to advertisers according to the decisions they make in role-playing games.
So they're going based on how sort of you play the game. They might go, oh, that guy needs some still knocks. Send his name to the still knocks people.
Exactly. Or it says here, it literally said in the article that people who spend a lot of time exploring might be interested in vacations. So they'll give you holiday destinations. And I remember a story you told, Tony, about when you played GoldenEye. You used to go in and, was it break every bottle on a particular level?
Yeah. So, if anyone remembers N64 GoldenEye, you've been trapped in the game too long when your aim is to get around the whole game and just smash everything. Every beaker in the laboratory, every crate in the warehouse.
So, I mean, I don't know what you'd end up getting ads for. Possibly those discount centres that smash things a lot. Or... I'm not sure. Paintball? You might just sort of say, like the stuff that where you exercise anger.
What about the kids that get that, you see around Christmas, those terrible ads come on for the 150 computer games in one, and they say, the latest computer technology. The kids will love it when you take home Block Mover, and walk forward, the craziest game ever, and you think there's some poor kid out there who's going to think Xbox, here we go, and they're going to get 250.
Shoplifter.
Yeah.
That's exactly. I mean, when I was a kid, it was the compendium of games.
Yeah.
The board game. There was 49 games. And it was about 48 of them were snakes and ladders, but from a different angle.
All different things.
Turn it upside down. Now it's ladders and snakes. That's a different game.
And it's all aimed at well-meaning old people.
Yes.
It's awful.
All right. Hey, big issue on the weekend was smoking in movies. Oh. It's going to be R-rated or possibly removed forever.
Turfed out.
So we're going to say, as we often like to do, what else needs to be turfed out from the movies?
The Sandlot kids smoke?
I know.
The kids in Stand By Me smoked, didn't they?
Yeah. But like,
one of them did.
Yeah.
That's
he
one
was
of
all right.
Rob Reiner's big complaints, because he's behind a lot of this.
Is he
Is
really?
he? Is it
Rob
Reiner?
Reiner, yeah. He goes, I know I did Stand By Me, but
I've changed.
You should make a list of directors who have turned, like having made great films and great careers, and really, like Steven
Gone
Spielberg's come out and said, "There's no way I would have finished Close Encounters of the Third Kind like that. Now that I'm a parent,
That's what happens.
a guy heading off into space with aliens, dream of many of us.
Yeah.
Basically, wouldn't make it.
Listen to this. George Lucas, he doesn't like Spider-Man 3.
Because the effects aren't fake enough?
He's labelled it as silly with no storyline. He said once you take it apart, there's not much story.
This is a guy who invented all this new technology to basically make a 2-hour film about trade tariffs.
When will people get back to making...
It was like watching Order in the House, wasn't it?
What's Order in the House in space?
He said that a man made of sand, please, people need believable characters like 6-foot amphibians that dress head to toe in leather. Jar Jar Binks style.
But you're still floating the boat for Rodney Dangerfield being added to movies.
Added digitally, posthumously to films that perhaps he could have jazzed up. Don't tell me he would have been good in a Moulin Rouge. I know Baz is working on Australia up in the Northern Territory at the moment. Don't tell me Dangerfield.
That's so.
Onto the sheep station. Can't get no regard. In the sheep dip, caught in the sheep dip.
3 diving boards, boing, boing. Party time. Forget the journey, Baz.
Yeah.
We want to see people partying with Rodney in the outback. That's Australia.
Hi, Chris.
Hello.
What needs to go, mate?
The geeky hot chick.
Plain Jane Superbrain from Neighbours.
Yeah, that's it. And also any school movie that's based on dancing.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Like Stomp the Yard or Save the Last Dance or You Got Served.
What kind of education do they serve with dancing?
Yeah, exactly right. Everything can be solved through dance. Have you seen Stick It, Chris, which is the gymnastics version of those films?
No, and I don't think I will.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chris, your favourite nerdy hot chick? She's All That.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one?
Well, the classic at the moment is Ugly Betty, and she's supposed to be ugly, but in fact, she's beautiful. She's got like a smile fills up her room.
Just wait for Series 3.
Yeah, they really...
But in America, someone with braces, oh my God.
She's hideous.
Get a bag over her head. Who's going next?
John, how are you?
Dancing in movies because they think it solves the problem.
Well, you're on the same track as Chris. You're absolutely right.
Are you?
Have you seen a movie called Centre Stage?
No, I haven't, but
I
I've
have.
seen the poster.
Yeah, it's my little sister's favourite film. It's just such crap.
It is such crap.
Okay, she thinks that, if I dance my heart out, I'm going to be able to solve all my problems.
Yes.
John,
With this guy who's treating her like crap.
Yep.
Yeah, just go up to him, kick him one in the nuts,
There you
and
go.
tell him if you do it again, I'll cut him off.
There you go, John.
Be a very short centre stage.
Get yourself to Hollywood, brother. You're onto something.
But he's right. Maybe dancing in more, bigger problems could be solved. Maybe Jarhead should have had more dancing to solve problems.
And they're also in Centre Stage. They do that one where if the structured dancing is getting me down, I've got to get back to my body moving roots. And you go
Yes.
down to the projects where there's a dance class where they're just dancing for the hell of it. It's not about money. It's not about status. It's just about movement, Rich. It's about feeling yourself in the music.
Yeah.
And then she solves her problems.
Yeah, the only time dancing solves a problem is when it's unleashed by Rodney Dangerfield on a golf course.
Thank you, sir. Hello, Paul. How are you?
Good, yourself?
We're excellent. What needs to go?
What needs to go is Disney.
Oh,
Disney, what have they done now?
Remember the Dinotopia lot?
yeah.
Yeah, to get a G rating, they left the cloacas off the dinosaurs.
Arseless dinosaurs. They're cluttering up the cinema screen.
That's why they got bigger, because they couldn't shit.
Well, there you go.
And actually, their shit makes news too. I remember this year there's been a fossilised dinosaur crap that actually hits the headlines of the real papers. But the kids, they're not allowed to live in the real world.
No.
That's very true.
No, consider the poor cartoon dinosaur.
Thank you.
What about this? Doubts emerge on the Woolmer email.
Hang on.
The Bob Woolmer case is still wide open. Have they had a look at that security camera footage yet?
I don't think they have. No.
Remember, it was about a month after the
Yeah.
case. They're going, yes, we will get round to looking at that footage at some point.
But we've got a lot of episodes of Lost to get through,
Sure.
and then we're going to have a look.
Former Australian Test captain Ian Chappell has backed claims that the so-called last email of Bob Woolmer was not written by the murdered cricket coach. Chappell was quoted as saying,
It makes sense.
It's
It's a sport joke, Tone.
It's a near sport joke. Police are investigating whether the email was sent by his killers after it emerged the language used was unlikely to have been that of a native English speaker. Now, this is word for word. Listen to this. I would like to praise my association with the Pakistan team, but now I would like to announce my retirement after the World Cup to live the rest of my life in Cape Town. I have no lust for the job, and I will not like others to make personal remarks at me.
Yeah, that's true.
Professionally, I am open to criticism. I will be ready to continue the job if the president asks me for it. And incidentally, now is certainly time to invest in gold. Send bank details to Gold of Nigeria Corporation. Win already millions you have. Now time for penis enlargement. No. I may have added that last bit, but that bit there, I have no lust for the job.
Unless the president asks me for it, unless he buys me a drink, gets us a nice room, and really asks me nicely for it, I'm not going to keep going.
How's that? Murderers sitting there going, what would he say there? He doesn't like the job?
Nah.
No, make it lust.
Good.
This has to be convincing.
It's good.
He must have lust for job.
It's good.
I received another email from a dodgy company yesterday in Cavalier.
Yes.
Listen to this. This is the opening line of the email I received. This one is shoe-in. That's as in the shoe that you wear on your foot. This one is shoe-in to double by end of week. Huge volume spike, very low risk and high reward. Now, I'm going to pass over the email to you. If you were sending out an email to invest in a dodgy company,
Yeah.
you'd need a convincing sounding name for your company.
First things first.
Read out the name of the company. I've just highlighted it
What
there.
do we got there? The Real American Company.
The Real American Company. They've got, we need a name that sounds like Real American Company. That's good.
You're good.
What else do they say under that?
This company is going to the top. Add it to your radar. Get in before it runs.
It's running already. And then at the bottom, look at this.
Radar.
There's so much poetry in these dodgy emails, don't you find? If you read them aloud, it's got, look, the last line of the email is baffling, but this is what it says from the Real American Company. Now the surging nuggets hit the road for 5 straight.
Damn right, Daddy-o. That's me clicking my fingers.
Oh, those surging nuggets. I'm going to get behind those surging nuggets. I'll be a millionaire. Once I harness the power of the surging nuggets being provided by the Real American Company.
Maybe Richard's got it right. Maybe it's not foreign shysters. Yeah. Maybe it's local beat poets trying to appeal to the corporate fat cats.
Trying to raise money for a bongo drum to do the poetry by. I like it.
Okay.
Oh, man.
What else is going on that shonky old internet now?
It's a shonk fest.
The International Observer, your
yeah.
constant companion in Cavalier, you were telling me this morning someone is trying to steal her. It's not the Real American Company, is it?
Oh, well, he may be involved. Yeah. It's this dude called like Toyota Prius or something from that she knew. They went to like Spain or something romantic together years ago. It's not impressive, Rich.
Why is his name Toyota Prius?
No, it's something else, but I can't remember what it was. It was like Priamo. She's like, oh, I got an email from Priamo. So I was like, well, what's Priamo up to? Oh, he's just, he invented Blackberries. So he's heaps rich. And he's just saying how he just bought another house. But he's going back to uni because he doesn't think he's done enough for orphans. So he's probably going to do 4 years of caring for children that he's never met before.
How can you tackle this guy?
I'm finished.
4 years of orphan work and the inventor of the Blackberry.
Finished. And I'm standing there, literally standing there in my slippers, eating a bowl of free Special K that I got.
That's probably not helping.
Saying, look, it's got almonds in it. You could have a bite of this if you wanted to. Jesus, Prio.
Are you suggesting that the International Observer Priamo Tiamo? Is that what you're thinking? Something going on on the side?
I guess so. Yeah. So it's a shonk fest, and every day he just sends these like loaded emails like, oh, I was just thinking of you while the rain drips softly off my new catamaran while I took 60 kind of crippled orphans to get new faces.
And Blackberries for everybody.
Yeah, at a hospital I've just built out of egg cartons for the last 3 years.
Wow.
It's disgusting.
Now, see, if this was Passiona High, Richard, the nerds would have to band together. We are going to have to come up with a plan, you and I.
Absolutely.
To stop the Blackberry guy from stealing Ed's girl.
The Blackberry millionaire.
Is the Observer familiar with your body of work?
What are you talking about?
Capril.
Yeah.
The
she's
KFC
across that.
ads.
Yeah, she's across that.
The shows.
It's funny you should say that, Rich.
The cat stories. It doesn't compete.
Yeah, see, the thing is, Rich, when I go home and everybody says, how was your day? And I go, great. I found this story about a cat that caught a bus. It was incredible. We laughed for minutes. Then I had a soup. Just doesn't...
Okay.
It's not as impressive as you might think. While wearing the same grey jumper, I mean, every single day.
How are you going to compete with the Blackberry millionaire? We've got to formulate a plan.
This is what we need.
Hey, you mentioned Paris Hilton and, have you seen the latest new weekly?
Has she been bashed up by a lesbian gang yet?
Not
yet. If not, why not? Why do the lesbian gangs have to wait for her to get into jail? Take it to the streets, y'all. Come on, girls.
Can Paris survive a night in here? Have a look at this.
Oh, no.
Dirty wooden headrest. thin, soiled mattress. Rough.
Was it soil before?
Rough toilet roll. Harsh soap, the only toiletry allowed. Loo with no seat or lids. No. Yes, it's a single room at the San Francisco Hilton. Oh, no! Oh, stop it. Now, have a look at that.
Yeah, that looks all right.
And then, panic button. There's a panic button in the cell. I don't know. It's like calling room service. Help, I'm panicking. The mattress is too thin and soiled. Oh, my God, the headrest is dirty and wooden. What am I going to do?
Oh,
and look at this. The New Weekly's going into detail, saying Paris keeps saying this is way too harsh for what she did. The judge is going to be sorry when they carry me out of here in a body bag.
Oh, he's not.
It'll be a Gucci body bag. That
Lovely, beautiful bag. It will be beautiful bag.
Not looking forward to
lovely bag.
The strip search, apparently. Although they will be providing her with a pole so that she'll be able to at least do it.
And an out-of-focus camera, just to make her feel at home.
Jane Allsop is with us. She can be seen in The King.
My son is named Indy. Named after Indiana Jones.
Wow, well done.
Now, I admit Indiana is a girl's or a boy's name, but Indiana Jones being surely the most famous Indiana of all time. Why is it that everyone tells me Indiana? Oh, I thought it was a girl.
Because Anna's on the end.
Yeah, I know.
Some Anna bit on the end, I reckon.
But, Indiana Jones is no girl.
That's true.
He's a very manly man.
He's very butch.
Is he going to have the theme music just in a little iPod on his belt?
Yep, and he's going to wear the outfit constantly from about 5 years old.
Take the bins out. All right. Dun, 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 dun.
Takes forever.
She's already identified Richard Marsland as a Jason Bateman lookalike.
Not a bad one.
Not a bad one.
Not a bad one.
Good to see you're an Arrested Development fan.
Yeah, lovely to
Yes.
You know what I love about that show? It's
Job.
caught on. I saw it at the supermarket the other day. Now, when they're selling DVDs of something in the supermarket at Coles...
Next to Rugrats Go Wild.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You know it's gone big.
Next to
I
Mark...
saw Ladybugs there a little while ago.
Ladybugs with Rodney Dangerfield. Yeah.
Which was the first cross-dressing soccer film.
Yeah, it's true.
No, don't be fooled by what was that one with what's her name? Rich?
Bend it like Beckham.
Yeah,
Bend it like Rodney.
And she's all that. No, not that one.
Cross-dressing soccer film.
Well, not
There was
cross.
a
How many cross-dressing soccer films
There was
are
a
there?
very recent one. It was a very recent one. I'll get to it in a minute.
We'll sort that out by the end of the show. But what we're leading to is lookalikes. Who do you get mistaken for? I mean, I have the same old list every time. Obviously, Where's Wally? Obviously, Warwick Fairfax. Obviously, Andrew McCarthy.
See, my friend pretended for about a decade, certainly during Marcus Graham's heyday.
Yes, that'd be
He
days.
Wheels.
pretended to be. That's right. That was his real height of it. Pretended to be Marcus Graham for about a decade and used that to pick up.
How'd he go?
He did very well.
Oh, yeah. I'm all for that. I am
And
all for that.
Does he really look like him, or...?
Sort of.
Wow.
Sort of. He got away with sort of.
Yeah.
I should have been
sort
doing
of.
this.
Look, nightclubs, dark, a little bit dark, you know.
Yeah.
How dark? Well, right. All right, sweet.
Brilliant.
I'm going to hang around dark rooms saying I'm Patrick Stewart. See how I go.
Make it so.
Come with me.
So many bad lookalikes. I knew a guy in the 80s who was not really mistaken for, but certainly looked like Judge Reinhold.
Oh, wow.
Judge Reinhold
Not
from
bad.
Beverly Hills Cop. And he wasn't very happy with this. Going, people think I'm Judge Reinhold. And I remember saying, that'll pass.
Yeah.
That'll go away. About 92.
You should be right.
That will stop. Judge Reinhold.
In Arrested Development.
In Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Playing the host of a show called Judge Reinhold, where he's like Judge Judy.
Judge Judy.
That's how good that show is. Check it out. It's at the supermarket now.
And the William Hung jury, if I remember correctly.
That's right.
True, the William
American
Hung
Idol.
Joe. Yeah, very true. Can I throw up our friend Parko?
Oh, you
who's,
Matt Parkinson
Matt
from the
Parkinson
Cage in Melbourne.
Cage in Melbourne. Have a look on the old Triple M website. He's got a touch of the Willem Dafoe's about him.
He's got a touch of Willem Dafoe.
A little, yeah, a little.
Okay.
Willem
That's all I'm
Dafoe,
saying.
if you're trying to do, I haven't quite mastered it, but the formula for an impression of Willem Dafoe is 1 part Jack Nicholson, 1 part Liberace.
Really?
Combine the two in a blender, and it's sort of, I can't quite get it, but it's, you've got to go back a bit like that with your teeth quite a lot.
Well, you keep working on that,
Working
Tone.
on that one.
That's why
Oh,
weekends were
amazing.
invented, my friend.
Liberace plus Nicholson
Okay.
equals Dafoe.
All right.
Mr. Mars and anyone else, really.
Ileana Douglas, but...
Ileana
no,
Douglas?
No, I had a friend who looked a lot like Bill Paxton. But no one can. Bill Paxton from Aliens.
We're all gonna die, man.
And I keep on trying to get him to say the immortal line from Club Dread, do you think Eddie Money has to put up with this? But no one gets it. No one understands.
No, even in this room, mystification.
And I stumbled across John Ritter. They're making a film about Bill Hicks. This is getting very niche.
Yeah.
But the famous comedian Bill Hicks.
Yes.
John Ritter would have been perfect.
Would have been great, but no longer available.
That's true.
My friend looks like Gary Eyre a bit with that,
Who's
the
Gary?
footballer.
Gary,
Yeah.
he lost us now. Sorry.
We're on very shaky ground when footballers are mentioned. Ileana Douglas gags. We're fine.
We're sweet. I met a guy the other day that he was a perfect double lookalike. For Shane Bourne and Clarkie.
Oh, we love the double lookalike.
Yep. Yep.
What about Tony Llewellyn-Jones, wonderful actor from GP days, a mixture of the bad guy from The Hills Have Eyes and Tommy Cooper? Anyone? For a
Now we've
mystifying one?
lost everybody.
We've had 12 callers about the cross-dressing soccer film.
Have we?
She's the man.
She's the man.
She's the man.
She's the man. Thank you.
Was that a Freddie Prinze?
He was involved. I think he was involved in some.
No, he wasn't. No, but I think David Cross.
Oh, he played the principal.
From Arrested Development, Tobias was in it.
See, it all ties back.
There we go.
Certainly does. Does the guy who gets mistaken for Bill Paxton occasionally get mistaken for Bill Pullman?
No, but he should.
Galen?
People trying to find the name.
Galen, because
There's that
Ed goes
guy.
to a gym where there's a guy.
The saddest man in the universe, you know who you are, is the guy who, when, working the guns, I saw someone come up to him and go, "Mate, are you Galen?" And he's like, "Yeah, mate, I am. Oh, no, I'm not. I go, "No, actually, I'm not, mate." But people say that to me all the time, and it's awesome. I really, I play it
Lord.
up. Hello there, Mike. Who do you look like?
Alfred E. Newman, the guy from the Mad magazine.
Wow. Right. How bad is it?
A lot of people just pick up on it, like, at various places. I don't think it's just one person perpetuating it somewhere.
Oh, you think it's just someone pushing that barrow. Do you have the freckles on the nose?
Yeah, well, I did until a couple of years ago.
No.
You had them removed.
The blasted.
Shaved off.
What about, Christmas cards? Have you taken advantage of this and recreated some of the famous Mad covers?
No.
No.
Nope.
That's just going to make it worse.
Yeah, fair enough, Mike.
Tell you who else has got a hint of Alfred E. Newman? Brandt. From Todd and Brandt.
Got a touch of the E. Newmans.
Got a touch of the E. Newmans.
Leanne, how are you?
Yeah, I've got two. One was Monica Seles.
You look like Monica Seles.
Yes,
Great.
and every time I used to go around, everyone used to go, all the time.
Yeah, very inventive. Good.
Yeah. And the other one is in the mid-90s, because I am very short, I'm under 5 foot, I always get called Dickie Knee, because all you could see was the top of my head.
That's very nice.
I guess it makes it harder for the German stabbing bloke to find
That's
you.
so true.
So that's helpful.
Missing you over the top.
And do you do a Dickie Knee at all, Leanne?
No, not
Good.
at all.
Very well.
Monica's, yeah.
Good decision.
Mr. Summers, sorry.
Stop it. Stop it. Oh, wow. Rich found a whip.
Of course he did. He had one about his person.
When I was growing up, I thought Dickie Knee was hysterical. It was the height of comedy when I was growing up.
Just to get Molly Meldrum a good one.
Yeah, he would imply that Molly was gay better than anyone else I've heard. My goodness.
I think he's been too quiet for too long. I think Dickie Knee should be back, but just showing up on things like the news. Just where you least expect it.
Where are they now? Excellent. There we go. Thank you, Leanne. Hi, Troy. How are you?
Hey, young girls.
Ooh, great, man. What happened? Who do you look like?
My best mate looks exactly like Chad Kruger from Nickelback.
Oh, Chad Kruger, real name Chad Turton.
Does he have the kind of stringy dyed hair and the awful moustache happening?
Mate, if you put the two together, you wouldn't spit them apart.
Really?
It is dead set scary how good they look apart.
And what's he singing like? How does he sing?
Mate, he just thinks like a rock star, pulls in the chicks, lives it up.
Pulls in the chicks and leaves it up on the back of a Nickelback lookalike. That's horrible.
He's Chad Kruger all over, just put it that way.
You know what you could do, Troy? You could do yourself up as Blower from Hinder and go out together and really score. How about that?
Mate, I'll tell you now, a month ago we did one better.
Yeah.
We because I'm a bouncer, and I got to feel my bouncer mates. We went into Newcastle in New South Wales for a night, hired a Tarago, and we pretended that he actually was Chad Kruger.
Oh, wow.
Into the club.
And?
Guess what?
What?
It worked.
Right.
It worked. He was bottled and rained on by stones for hours on end.
Good on you, Troy. Well done, sir. Well done. I'm sure we have to cut him off there. He started to tell the rest of that story, and I'm sure we can't put it to air.
No, I know where it was going, though.
Scott.
Trampoline.
Scott, how are you?
Good, guys, and yourself?
Oh, we're excellent, mate. What do you got for us? Who do you look like?
Mate, I don't look like anyone, but
No.
I think Ed, yourself, and Richard should come clean that you guys are actually, or the guy at Desperate Housewives is actually your love child.
Oh, you're talking about Zach.
Yes, now we've heard this a lot.
He's
We're not,
He's got the swooping hair and he's lost the glasses since he came back in the show. And I reckon he's dead set the love child of Ed and Richard.
Really?
There's a lot of hair going on.
Richard, I often wonder what our children would look like.
What have you guys been doing during the break?
Just picking up some little cocktails here. We're looking for a surrogate.
You were looking for a 2-by, so...
Yeah, that is a
absolutely
good
right.
twofer.
Absolutely
Definitely.
right. Thank you very much, Scott.
I'm afraid that's all we've got time for.
Imagine we had a kid, Rich. What a hilarious sitcom would ensue.
Any problems at all?
Would you call it Pavement?
Yeah.
Pavement Cavalier?
I think Jane Allsop doesn't want to imagine that union. Let's hose out our minds.
Get this, it's blown out to 2 hours, 11 to 1 weekdays on the Triple M network.